This is early access footage of the new 10v10 PvP. Now, what I want to do is show this to you so you and your clan can prepare, so you might want to share this with people in your Discord. If you look here, this is the tower they are currently capturing. They spawned right here on their side. The object is to get 3 out of 5 of the towers and claim points quicker than the enemy team until you get 1,500 points. You will also notice there were 3 lanes. So there was a lane here, as well as here. These lanes go to the same unibody piece that is in the middle, which has these 3 towers here. Currently, we're looking at people located here in the middle, on the left side of the middle tower, fighting over this boss. I'm unsure which bonuses the boss will give you. However, you will notice even when dead, you spawn in the middle. So I'm not sure if the spawns are influenced by if the boss is dead. I'm not sure if the spawns are influenced by where you are located, etc. But I have also seen people spawn here back inside of their base all the way in the beginning. Now, you're also going to notice, if you had a keen eye, that there was a Conduit shard or globe on the ground. There is Conduit globes. There does seem to be frenzied globes, and there does seem littered throughout on the map to be the smaller version of those guardians, effectively like little extra minions that will drop globes as well. So while it's primarily PvP, there is the occasional non-essential PvE monster that will happen. Now, currently, they are located between the middle tower and the right tower, located just about here as he fights these. And as he moves more towards the right, you're going to notice the enemy tower. One thing you should know about claiming towers is a sort of like starting up the guardians in battlegrounds. It does take a little bit of time for that actually to happen. So you should plan to try not to be interrupted, etc. You can see the towers there red as it is the enemy's tower. As we go to the next footage here, you can see he has a Conduit orb, which, again, you can pick up these types of orbs, and these are the more minor, and there's an orb right there. It's a good example of Frenzied and Charge Orb. There are the more minor type of monsters in which you can fight as well, and you can see that the Necromancer is summoned using the corpses, etc. the summon. So if you are a Necromancer, you can get corpses from other monsters that are littered around here. Now, once again, he spawns in the middle, and you can see there is actually a boss in the middle as well. So even while the boss is there, you'll be able to spawn there. It looks like Conduit orbs sort of spawn pretty much near the middle as well. It seems like in multiple clips we have seen that happen. Keep in mind, I don't have a breakdown of all of the logistical mechanics of the fight. I can just see what you guys are seeing here as well. And he is currently fighting on the right side of the mid. And I'm not really sure what the Guardian has to do, but we do know that once the Guardian is dead, he seems to just kind of be resting for a little while. I'm not sure if he changes sides. You kill him and he attacks the other enemies on the other side. I'm not really sure. Then once you have enough points, the middle will come up and be claimed by your towers there. And just like that, you have won the match. Now, some additional footage just so you can see the map as well. The lanes do seem fairly wide. Looks like there's going to be plenty of room, and the towers are fairly spaced apart. There's a good example of what I was talking about. When the Guardian is down, he looks like he is in sort of a resting type of mode. I don't know if he respawns later on the match, or maybe every time the middle tower changes, he will go with the person who owns the tower or something like that. Not 100% sure. It does seem like you can spawn middle even if you do not own the tower from what I've seen. You can see them running back here, and this is a good way for you to be able to see the casting animation also for claiming the towers, as well as being able to see how long the lanes are as well. They are fairly long lanes, and it is only 10v10, so you might want to use some communication to determine who is going where. One thing I'm a little concerned about is spawn trapping, as it does seem like they spawn middle or directly back in their base. So it does seem to me like you could basically encircle their spawn. I'm not sure how many different spawns there are, but we might be in a type of situation where it's another battleground in which spawn killing could become a thing. Here you can see he is claiming the middle tower. That would be the one located right here on the map. Now running to the right tower and claiming that one, which is located right here on the map. Now it is taking that upper lane towards their base, which would be right here on the map, to give you an idea of where we're looking at here. Walking forward, it looks like those minions would be located at the tip of each one of the lanes. So for instance, if we just make a new one of these here real quick, don't save. So the lanes look like this, right? Let's just do it like this here. So it looks like at the end of each lane, there maybe is the minions that guard, like 2 on each side after each lane. So it looks something like this here. You got their lanes. They got like 2 here, Looks something like this, maybe. There's little minions at the each side of each lane like that as well, which would drop globes, etc. You can see they're still fighting over it. Now we'll see another opportunity for the spawn. There are enemies fairly close to the middle spawn, and yet it spawns somewhat middle as well, and there's another Conduit orb. So the Conduit orb could also be a counter that they're using in order to stop people from spawn camping. If the Conduit orbs are only seeable by the people that are spawning there, maybe you take the orb and that kind of stops them from, spawn camping. They get blasted by the orb or something like that. We haven't seen these orbs in PvP before, so having the orbs in PvP is going to be a game changer in terms of damage output for sure. We can see here after the death still spawn mid, and it looks like the Guardian is still down, so it's either on a very long timer or after it's defeated the team gets some bonus or something like that. I'm not sure how that works, but there's definitely a Guardian to kill in the middle, and you can see they own the tower middle and they are fighting over it. Pretty large size map. It does look like there's going to be a pretty good amount of room to work, so I'm sure the wizards with their additional range will probably do some work there as well. This is the one lane, so if you're wondering where we're at on the map, they are right here from the middle pushing right towards the next tower, and he is dead once again. Looks like the guy was playing with a controller. You can see the little controller icon, little tidbit there. See where it respawns again. Should probably spawn middle, I would assume. I haven't seen any right or left spawn, so if the middle is the only spawn, it might be a fight over who gets the middle spawn, and it looks like that is actually the end of the footage I currently have available. So, what do we know from looking at that? Well, we know a few things. There are monsters within this 10v10 PvP. You do start, obviously, on your far side. You can respawn in the middle. I believe I've seen only respawns in the middle from here, so there could be spawn camping potential. Does look like there might be some kind of anti-spawn camping by having Conduit spawn in the same spot that people are spawning at. That could be some sort of counter potential. There's some kind of middle rift guardian that you fight, and that will do something. We don't really know what. It does look like the map is fairly large, so people with maneuverability will probably do quite well there. You only need 3 out of 5 of the towers, so the fact that there are lanes might end up being where you go, you claim the towers on one side of the map, and you sort of defend the lanes to stop people going in. You might also end up claiming the zones where those little minions spawn at kind of the end of every lane in order to get yourself frenzied orbs and things like that. I could see definitely being an advantage in PvP. If you need to see more of this, rewatch the footage one more time. That way you can kind of see the map and get your hands on it. Share it with your clans. Like the video for the early access footage, and subscribe if you're new for more daily insider tips, tricks, and everything I got available. That's pretty much going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya.